Hello, it is Andy and it is a new weekly reading vlog. Yes, we are starting this up in bed because it is almost 9 o'clock and I just need to not be sitting downstairs. My wound is just aching. I've hurt my back trying to protect it, so I've come up to sit in bed because I can lie down, I can sit up, I can do more. The mattress is softer on just my body in general, and I'm just really uncomfortable. I have been reading Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die. I am now 152 pages in. I was hoping to get it finished today, but I'm not certain that's going to happen because tomorrow my my pre-order of In Her Own League should be arriving, and I really want to drop everything and read that because I'm so excited about this book. I've been so excited about this book before we knew this book was happening because I love Monty as a character and I really wanted him to get his own story. Also, my hair is looking good. I don't know if it's the lighting or what. Like, obviously it's been washed. Yeah, so I'm just getting ready to go to bed and get some reading done because today's been a wee bit of a write-off. Got my dressing changed this morning, went to work. Work was like steady in a good way, and then came home, tried to have a nap, got woken up by an Amazon delivery, and I just feel I'm tired. I am struggling. My arm is struggling. I'm going to have to lean it on my knee. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm struggling. I feel sick. I'm going to have to take some Rennies, I think. I don't feel good. So, yeah, I think I don't know. Might be the consequences of going out on Saturday last week and having a nice time. Again, didn't even drink alcohol. We weren't even out late. Like, my body just hates me. And also, like, I'm healing. Stress, yeah. So, I'm gonna try and relax and do some reading and hopefully get a decent chunk through this book and still get an early night. Hello, it is Tuesday and my day is only just starting to get decent. It's like 3:45 and oh my god, I've just been having a day. I don't know what happened, but through the day while I was at work, I just started getting really, really hungry, which Andy gets hangry. So yeah, I was getting hangry and I was like, do you know when you're actually in pain, you're so hungry? Which makes no sense because I ate as much as I would for breakfast normally. So yeah, I went to Tesco, grabbed myself a meal deal and came home and ate that. But being in Tesco with all these people, not great. Like, I was literally like looking at a way to grab something from the fridge. Like, I think I was going to get my juice. And somebody like pushed in front of me and then stood at the thing talking with her friend like, oh wait, should we get this or should we get this? I just want to get in and get my juice. You literally pushed in front of me to stand there and block my way. Like, yeah. Anyway. I did some good reading last night. I only have 100 pages left of Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die. I keep missing the apparently, but and I have thoughts, ? About this book. It's not nearly what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be similar to Assistant to the Villain and that cozy fantasy sort of weird way, and it's not. There are things happening in this book that are just I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it. I think I'm getting like knocked off centre from the fact that that's not what I expected. So I'm just gonna trust the process and hopefully get through enough that I am like, I'm with it. If that makes sense. I'm also 85 pages into a photo finish, which is book 2 in the Gold Rush Ranch series. Can't say it. So I need to put a bookmark in this because I've been reading it on my phone Let me just, okay, you'll do it. I just got random bookmarks kicking about the place for situations just like this. Now I've got a bookmark in both books. I don't know what's going on today, but for some reason my YouTube app is just, every video I have to come out of it and start it again because it's got like green static over the top of it. Like green screen coloured static. And I don't know what's going on and I'm really getting annoyed. It's only happening on the TV app. And it's really quite annoying. I did come home to book my though today. I've also forgotten to take my biotin. Can you tell my brain is going at a million miles an hour? I don't have juice. I finished my Red Bull. I've not taken a biotin. I'm going to go get a cup of tea and have some Viennese biscuits because I went to Tesco hungry. I got snacks, okay? I got snacks. But yes, I'm going to go open this for you. I know exactly what it is because it's a pre-order and I got the... Did you see that? I got the tracking for it. Oh, I'm so excited to see it in real life. This is In Her Own League by Liz Tom 40. This is a kind of spin-off to... There's a sticker on it. It's a kind of spin-off to the Windy City series because it is... Oh, it actually says a Windy City series spin-off. I was right. So it follows one of the characters that we meet through the Windy City series, Monty, who is one of the coaches for the baseball team. Or I think the head coach. And also the dad of one of the characters from book 2. The Windy City series doesn't follow the same... It's like a friend group, but they all do different things. Like the first one is hockey, then baseball, then... No. Hockey, basketball, baseball, hockey. So it's the dad of the character from the 3rd book, if I'm thinking right. Anyway, ooh, there's a sticker in here. That's so cool. I was like, why is it split in the middle? There was a sticker in here. That's so cool. And it should be signed. Oh, this has... Bless you. This has improved my day greatly. Who's Emmett? Emmett Montgomery. Oh my god. I'm like, who's Emmett? That's Monty's name. Emmett Montgomery. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I wanted this book. I keep going on about it. But this will be my next read. So like, all 3 of these books are on my TBR. And I will be finishing this today. Probably reading some more of this and picking up this. Because I'm so excited. I might actually put this off because I'm so excited. Because that's what I'm like. If I get too excited about something, I'll just put it off until eventually I get to it. But for now, I'm going to get a cup of tea, have some biscuits, watch some TV, and probably get into my jammies because I just need to chill out. Hello, it is Wednesday, hump day. It is midweek. We're almost there. Almost there. It's all... I'm going to say it's all downhill from here, but like, in the sense of like, towards the weekend. I don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying my hair right now. I don't know if it's the biotin or what, but it seems very... It's feeling better. It's feeling good. So I'm enjoying my hair just now. I thought I'll put my Red Bull down because this is going to fall and it's going to knock my Red Bull everywhere. So I leaned over to put the Red Bull down. Over it went. Amazing. Anyway, I had the funniest thing happen when I was driving home. I was coming around the corner and this cat was on the road. Or it was on the pavement and it started to cross over the road. So I slowed down because it was on like my side of the road, slowed down. And the cat like turns, middle of the road, like middle of my lane of the road, turns and looks at me. And just starts sauntering towards the car. Not across the road anymore, towards me. And I'm like, okay. So I have to stop and wait. And the cat eventually decides it's going back onto the pavement. It's just like crawling watching this cat. Really pretty cat. It was like not quite a tortie, but it had that sort of, it was almost like a tortie, but with instead of the white, it was like an orangey colour. So like that makes some sense. So it had like the blacky grey and the browny, I think so, it was like a browny green colour in my brain. And then like the little like bits down its neck and stuff were more a dark orange than a white, like a tortie would normally have. I actually know what torties look like. I'm just to me, a tortie is the one that's like got the greeny brown and black stripes with the white, whereas this had like the an orange, a burnt orange sort of colour. It was really pretty. Bullshit. It's just so funny that it just like walked towards me. Like, this is my road. You'll wait for me. And it was crossing the road. I didn't even just decided I wasn't going to cross the road anymore. Anyway, yeah, that was funny. I have now completed 2 books. It's the 4th of March. 4th of March. Just taking up time there. And I finished 2 books. So I finished, apparently, Sir Cameron Needs to Die. And I messaged the girls last night to be like, what was that? I will be honest, I didn't find it particularly funny. I referred to the girls, I said, like, I just don't like bully romance. And they were like, oh, I didn't see a bully romance in it. I cannot stand romances where, I mean, again, it might have been different had we had, like, the other perspective, but all that was happening was the sorcerer was being so mean to Sir Cameron. Yes, he liked it. Like, he liked the whole, but, like, he was just being kind of mean and whiny and, like, not in a way that's, like the book I read afterwards, the guy was a dick, but he understood he was being a dick. He wasn't trying to. He was just, like, having to struggle. Like, he had... the next book I read was a photo finish. The guy is... he's got PTSD, like, double PTSD. Because when he was 17, he was watching his dad race. His dad was a horse racer. And he ended up falling off the horse, like, the horse fell and crushed his dad and he died, and he literally watched him in front of him die. And then after that he decided to sign up for the army and went to Afghanistan. So he's got, like, double PTSD. And he's struggling with it, and so he comes off really brusque and really, like, sharp, and he doesn't always say the right thing, but he's trying, you know? Whereas this just seemed like he was being mean because he didn't think much of him. I don't know. It just rubbed me up the wrong way. There was a section in the middle of this that I was, like, it was picking up. I was enjoying it. It was funny. And then there are other topics in this that I feel like we just glanced off of. And then, like, did nothing with. This was so surface level. And I'm not saying it's a bad book. Like, there are places, there's a place and a time for books like this where you don't dig into anything, you just, you know. But for me, it just glanced off things in a way that I didn't like. I'm sure there was a book, the last book I read last month as well, it was like that. It was just glancing off of, like, important subjects that I feel like they should really have dug into a little bit more, and this was the same. Like, it just fell flat for me, unfortunately, which is really disappointing because I was really looking forward to this. And the whole concept was a bit... I don't know how I feel about the concept because, yeah, if you've read it, you know what I mean. And then, as I said, I read a photo finish. This is the second book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. Talk about a difficult... what's the word? Difficult thing to say. I do need to read this bonus chapter. Actually, I think I've read... No, I haven't read this. I need to read this bonus chapter. But I read the actual main story of the book. This is a reread, and partly why it was so fast. Also, I just really love this. So in this, you're following Violet Eaton and Cole Harding. Cole is the brother of Vaughn from book 1 in this, which is a false start, I want to say. Off to the races. A false start's the last book, Andy. So off to the races is the first one. And we're introduced to Gold Rush Ranch, and Vaughn, who is one of the owners, his brother Cole being the other owner. Cole really doesn't deal with the ranch itself, he deals with the business in the city, but due to having to deal with the business in the next town over or so, he decides to stay at the ranch because he can't find anywhere really to stay. But the ranch for him holds a lot of memories, and it's kind of like a mixed bag of good and bad because it reminds him of his family, of his dad. And he watched his dad die, as I said, on the track. So it's like, well, the memories are good, the connection with his dad triggers that fear response to the PTSD. He does see a therapist, who is amazing, by the way. She's so funny. And Cole then went to war and was subsequently dealt with another blow of PTSD from Afghanistan. So Cole is a bit of everybody sees him as like this really stoic, hard ass, like granite statue of a man. Like, you can't get through to him. You can't, like, he's just grumpy and growly, and you know, nobody can get close. Violet is the sister of the boys from Chestnut Springs. So Violet grew up in Chestnut Springs, and to get away from her overbearing brothers and dad, she decided to move halfway across the country, over the mountains to Ruby Creek, which is where this book is set. Ruby Creek is the name of the town, and then Gold Rush Ranch is the name of the ranch, obviously. And she's been working at the ranch as a groom and then as a jockey, which comes into part of the play. Obviously, he saw his dad die while he was being a jockey. It's a bit of an issue for them. And she actually met Cole online 2 years prior to this, or 2 years prior to the end of the first book, or a year, I can't remember. It does tell you the timeline. Like, it says, 2 years before the main body of this book, but the first chapter is like the race at the end of this first book. So there's 2 years before this book sort of takes place, her and Cole met online, and they started like kind of half an anonymous relationship, so they didn't know who each other were, except some photos that they took, those kind of photos. And so when Cole sees her when he comes back to the ranch, he recognises her, but she doesn't recognise him, because he never showed his face, and he never told her his name. And so now he's staying at the ranch. She gets into an accident, breaks her leg. I love how it says, like, it's not broken, it's just fractured. A fracture is a break. Breaks her leg and has to stay at the house for the healing period because her apartment is upstairs and she can't get into it, because she can't walk on her leg. And so they end up in this weird situation where they kind of know each other, but they don't. But they also do because of the ranch, and she works for him, and it's a whole thing. Like, they have to deal with their bullshit, basically, and I love it. Like, we've got a wounded soldier trope that I love. I love wounded people. That sounds bad. I always say it sounds really, really bad. It's like when you say you enjoy a book, but it's actually really tragic. So like, I love when it's wounded athletes, wounded soldiers, like people who have things they have to deal with, because I love that you get to dig in, or most of the time, you get to dig in and like pick apart the problems that they have, and like really zoom in on them and think about them and discuss them, which this does, I think, really well. Elsie Silver does say that she, in the acknowledgement, she does thank, a special thank you to soldiers who have PTSD, or I don't know if you ever don't have PTSD anymore, but they helped her with that aspect of things just to make sure it was handled well and accurately. And I really, really, I cried reading this book again. Like, I really feel for both of them, because Cole is just, he's not, it's not like he's not trying, but he's kind of got himself into this dark pit, and then he sort of comes to the realisation of just what he's done to block everybody out and push everybody away. Not even just Violet, but he's talking Vaughn and Billy and Hank and his mum and just people in general. He's been pushing them away and cocooning himself almost. And Violet is young, and she is trying to really, she's 26. She's only 7 years younger than me. But she's in that position where she's not been long living away from home on her own, young woman, trying to figure out what she wants to do, what she wants to be, transforming herself from what she referred to as a doormat, a pushover, someone who's weak, who's easily pushed around, and she doesn't want to be like that anymore. But
here's this man that she wants to be with, and he's just closed down, and she decides that she is not going to just deal with that. That if he wants to be with her, she will not make any exceptions for him. He will need to get his shit together. And there was a part of it where I was like, you need to, like, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, Violet, you need to understand this man has had trauma. Like, trauma in his life. But I also understand because, like I said, he's not really trying. Like, even his therapist is like, you need to branch out. Yeah, I love the series. I love that I'm getting to reread so many series. Like, I've got so many rereads on my list, and I'm just loving getting around to them. I have also somewhat started In Her Own League. I downloaded, it is on Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded the Kindle edition so that I can, again, go between the physical book and the Kindle edition, just because it's easier sometimes. Like, I don't need to hold the book open if my wrists and my hands are causing me issue. I don't need to justify why I've got the Kindle and the version. But yeah, I like having both sometimes so that I can like read in bed and stuff. It's just a bit easier when it's on KU. I don't normally buy stuff unless it's 99p or on KU, because then it's just easier to access for me. Because I much prefer reading physical books, but it's handy to have the Kindle. Again, I'm not justifying it, I'm just saying. But yeah, In Her Own League is a Windy City series spin-off. That is actually quite difficult to say. And it follows Monty, who is the one of the coaches, or the head coach, for the Windy City Warriors, who are the baseball team. We meet him in, I said it before, book 3. Well, did we meet him in book 3? Yeah, we met him in book 3. We might meet him before. He is like the father figure in the whole thing. And we also follow Reese, who is the new owner of the team. And for some reason, she does not like Monty. He is now scared for his job, scared for his livelihood, and thinking, what have I done to make this woman hate me? But I'm going to guess there's probably not hate that's happening, given that this is romance. I'm assuming this is romance anyway. But yes, I'm very excited. I have started this while I was waiting in the queue at the pharmacy. Again, handy to have the Kindle edition. And this has been so unbelievably anticipated, and I'm so excited that this is going to be my next read. Anyway, I'm going to go and watch some TV watch some YouTube and just relax a bit while I digest my lunch, which I had at my meal deal, as you can see over there. I'll speak to you later. Hello, it is Thursday. I did not vlog at all yesterday. The day just got a bit away from me. But I did do some reading. I'm just away to move my bookmark. I forgot what it's called. I really like the sci-fi bookmark, by the way. Like, it's given gay sci-fi, and I love it. I love it so much. That is what I aspire to be. I'm on chapter 9, which is page 82. I guessed 84 earlier, so I'm really proud of myself. I have been reading it on my Kindle, so I took it to bed last night, which is why I hadn't moved the bookmark. It's on KU, so it's just, I explained this to you. So yes, I have read 82 pages of this. Hopefully I'll get a bit more read today. I've got 2 more videos to watch on YouTube. One I'm already watching, and then the other is like an over an hour video. So that's going to be like a sitting, actually like watch it. I've just remembered I haven't taken my biotin again. Oh, how is my hair going to be long and lush if I don't take my biotin? Yeah, so today's been a little bit of like a week. Not for any particular reason. It's just been a long day. I just feel like it's been a really long day. I can't wait for tomorrow. It'll be Friday tomorrow, and then I can just relax for the weekend. I just remembered though that I do need to film. I need to film my February wrap up, and I also need to film the video I was talking about at some point about disabled characters, and I don't know if I'm going to do books or just romance, or I'll decide later. Anyway, I thought I'd pop in because I did not pop in yesterday. Again, I don't know what happened yesterday. The day just got away from me. And I was on the struggle bus yesterday. I'm a bit on the struggle bus today, but better. Tomorrow's Friday, and then I can just relax for the weekend. It's going to be amazing. Kay's off this weekend. and then off next week. So she's off Saturday, Sunday, and then all the way through to Saturday again, and then working Sunday. But on Saturday next week, we're going to see Project Hail Mary, and I'm very excited. We've got tickets to an advanced screening at Odeon Lux. So there's going to be like full reclining seats and everything, and I'm just so excited. And a little table to put my stuff on. I really have nothing else of value to say. So far, so good. I'm getting very confused because she refuses to call him Monty, and she keeps calling him Emmett, and I'm like, who's Emmett? Because that's Monty. So far, I'm enjoying it. There's kind of a bit of like a, not enemies to lovers thing going on, but like, she is the first female owner of an MLB team, Major League Baseball, and it is going as well as you would think, being the first female in a old white man club. Yeah, there's a lot of sexist comments being made, a lot of sexist questions from the journalist, and a lot of them trying to get like nudge, nudge, wink, wink to Monty to be like, oh yeah, what's it like being under a woman? And he's like, don't come at me with that. You know I raised a daughter. Don't even think about trying that with me. He's not taking any, like, he does not like her at this point. Well, he does not like her at the start. Like, he is pretty sure, he's like 99% sure she is going to get rid of him. She is making changes that he doesn't agree with, but he'll be damned if someone's sexist. Like, dislike her because you dislike her, not because she's a woman. Like, he does not play that game. He does not play that game. Her being a woman has nothing to do with her suitability to do the job. And Monty, honestly, it's funny because, like, they don't like each other, but he's, like, coming to her defence because he's like, no, like, do I like working with her? No. Is it because she's a woman? Also no. It's because she's a bit of a dick. I've cut my lip. I don't know what on, but I've got a little cut on my lip here. It feels weird. I don't like it. Right, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go charge my watch because it's dying, and finish watching this video and then see what happens. Hello, some time has passed. I look exactly like I've been lying on the couch reading my book, or the chair. I'm now 240 pages into In Her Own League, which is, according to my Kindle, 55% of the way through. As you can see, quite obviously over halfway. I've only got 200 pages left, so that's exciting. I'm loving this so much. Like, I love Monty as a character. I love the family dynamic with all the characters. So far, we've seen Miller, Kai, Kennedy, and Isaiah, because they all live close to each other. And I love the fact that Reese is fat and just totally not apologetic about it, and Monty is like, that's my type, that is why I lift weights, because I will be lifting her. These two, it's just it's a really tense, horrible situation as well, because she's the new owner. Like I said before, like, she's female, so she's getting a load of shite because she's the first woman owner, and then, like, she doesn't want people thinking that she's obviously, like, they like each other even though they can't stand each other, but she doesn't want anybody knowing or thinking that about her because he's an employee and she's the first female owner. So yeah, it's a bit of a situation. There's a couple of characters, but one specifically that I keep waiting on him doing something like really slimy, and I don't know, like, I mean, Monty might knock him out if he does, but that's just Monty. I love the fact that I got a sticker with my book. This is Don't Tell Me What to Do, which just seems to be their whole thing. Like, they'll say something one of them will say something, the other one will go, don't tell me what to do. It's so cheesy, I love it. I love it. But I'm going to bed because I'm now tired. And I'm also lit up early to go to the nurse for my dressing change. I'm actually not up that early for the nurse, but I need to shower beforehand, so I get up an hour beforehand so that I can shower. It doesn't take me an hour to shower, but by the time I wake up, I get up,
I grab all my stuff, I get downstairs, I persuade Hamish to come downstairs. That's the hard part. And then I faff about doing stuff. Like getting my pills ready, putting them in my bag, getting my water. And then jumping in. I would do that normally anyway, but I just seem to like faff about when I have to shower. And yes, I have to get up early to shower. So I'm going to bed and hopefully I'll just kill fairly quickly. Time to do some filming, I think. Why do the stairs always get me out of puff? I've got upstairs to do some filming. I need to give my tripod a little wiggle over. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to film my February wrap up, so hopefully you'll see that soon, but you won't see this for a little while after. But I did finish In-Home League by Less Than 40, and I think this is exactly what we needed for Monty. This was excellent. This was everything, and I'm so happy. I love the characters in this. I love Reese and the way she is just not... I don't know how to describe her. Like, she doesn't take any prisoners, and I love that about her. She knows her mind, she knows what she's doing, and she's just great. I love this. I love this for Monty. But yeah, that's the Windy City series technically finished. I know this is a spin-off, but like, it's still there was one scene where they were like, oh yeah, and a couple of like the entire baseball team's here, and a couple of other guys, 2 ice hockey players and a basketball player, and I'm like, I know who that is. Yeah, so I'm so excited that I finished this now. But I'm upstairs to film. This lighting is not great. This is why I have to put an extra lighting when I'm doing my filming. But yes, I need to get my laptop set up so that I can actually film. You may be wondering, why do I need my laptop to film? Well, I'm filming a wrap up and my books are all in my spreadsheet. So it tells me, like, the information that I need and the order in which I'm supposed to do them. Let's see if I can find this light switch. Oh, no, that one. One more to go and then we're ready to go. That did not make sense. Anyway, while that's logging on, I'm going to go and get filming. I forgot to say, it is Friday, by the way, so it's now the weekend. Yes, I have a little brush to deal with my hair nowadays because it is annoying me. I am thinking in my next... Look how shiny my hair looks. It's just been washed. I was thinking about in my next haircut. Too busy thinking about what this is. Of just going for like a side part and just letting my hair grow without any fringe. So we'll see, because I just like how it looks. Like, look at what's this all about. Yeah, but we will see. Hello. It is Saturday and I am just thinking about going to bed. It's only like 9:15, but I think I might go and read in bed just to be a bit more comfortable. I need to do my pills, I just realised. Well, okay, looks like I'm doing my pills first and then I can go and read in bed. This is a great, like, you're basically on top of my laptop, but apparently the laptop itself is curved in shape, which means that things just keep, well, my phone will keep falling off of it, which is amazing. But yeah, I need to put my pills in my pill boxes before I can go to bed, because I have nothing for tomorrow. I could just do tomorrow's, but that just seems like a waste of time, because then I'm still going to have to go back and do the others, and while I'm opening up a bunch of things at once, why not, eh? Why not? So I have been reading. I can't remember where I started because I did start this last night, but I'm now 194 pages into Definitely Dead. And now this is book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this series, and I've only just realised this empty space here, negative space rather, is a wolf. I realised I can't remember
what vlog it was I was reading in the previous book, but up here there was a gun, like a rifle, because part of the story was Ware's being hunted by someone, and so yeah, it's taken me till now to realise that there's probably one on each book, and I've just not noticed it. So well done. Well done, Andy. I am using my lovely feather stuck to my watch bookmark that I got from Tori. I stuck to my watch again, because that was the book it was in. But I am, like I said, 194 pages in. It is a 300 and, drumroll, 24 page book, and I forgot about some of the characters that are introduced in this book. Like Mr. Cataliades is how I say it in my head, but I don't know if that's right. And Dianthe, no, not Dianthea, Gladiola. Dianthe, is it Dianthe or Gladiola? Both, but, you know, Dianthea. Mr. Cataliades and Dianthea, who we see further into the books as well. I really do, like, if you asked me, I would say I'm not a murder mystery person, I'm not a thriller, horror-y type person, and I wouldn't really call these books thrillers, but they're like, almost like small town murder mysteries, although currently they're in New Orleans, or, well, Suki's in New Orleans. But for some reason, I just love the small town politics and this like, because the series is actually originally called The Southern Vampire Mysteries, which I continue to say in every time I mention it. I'm very aware, but I'm not a mysteries type person. I don't like crime books or mysteries, or, you know, it's just not my thing. But I love these books and I don't know why. I thought I just gave myself a cut there from the foil, but I hadn't. Why are they so difficult to empty? I totally forgot until now when I lost a pill, when I looked up and saw the Voltarol, that I was planning on putting Voltarol on my shoulder, because somehow I've hurt it. I don't know when that happened, because it was fine earlier and now it just really, really hurts. But I need to take my shirt and that off to get to the shoulder that I need. Well, I don't really, but I don't want to get Voltarol all over my shirt. Yeah, other than that, there's not really much else to update you on. I filmed my February wrap-up, which I already told you. I also edited and posted a vlog, which took up a lot of my day because my editing software was just not having it today. It was just acting up. So that was fun to try and do. But yeah, it's been what feels like a very busy day. But I have read like almost 200 pages. Well, I do think I started somewhere in this, but I think I was only on like the first or second chat, like 20 something pages in. Anyway, I'm going to go and save you from the sounds of me popping pills, because it's screeching a little bit, like crackling and stuff from the... Yeah. Right, I will update you later, I suppose.
Do I look a little bit like a crazy person? Yes. That's not the point. I'm in bed, obviously, reading. I'm now on to page 248 of Definitely Dead, which is chapter 19. And honestly, this book is pissing me off, but not in the way you might expect. So, in this book, in the last book, we get introduced to a character called Quinn. And in this book, we really see a lot of Quinn, and I'm so mad, so unbelievably annoyed that they did not include Quinn in the TV series. I can't remember the TV series in the sense of like how much they skipped over, but one of the things they did was they did not include Quinn, and that was just wrong on so many levels. Quinn is quite possibly my favourite character. No, that's a lie. Eric is my favourite character. Quinn is my second favourite character. in the entire franchise. I love Quinn so much. Like, I love Eric, but I think I love Eric because Alexander Skarsgård plays him, so it's like a retroactive. Although I love me some Amnesia Eric. Love Amnesia Eric. Yeah, I love Eric as a character. He is very, like, multifaceted, but I love Quinn. Like, Quinn is just the best. Love Quinn. I also don't think they have... There's another character whose name I can't remember. I also don't think they have him in it. But like, yeah, they mess about with a lot of the characters. In it's that whole situation where, when they, do an adaptation, they take the names of the characters, they take the general premise, and they just fuck everything else. Like, for example, Lafayette, who is one of the best characters in the TV series, hands down. Not in the books in the same way that it's in the TV series. Definitely it is not. And then there's a whole series of things that him not being in the books sort of causes. So, like, there are other characters that are the cook at Merlot's that then makes a, like, it takes away from the story that he's there, because why would they be there if he's there? So then you need to change things. But yeah, so Lafayette is not nearly as prevalent in the books. Not even slightly as prevalent in books as in the TV show. But in the TV show, iconic. The AIDS burger scene, iconic. R.I.P. to the actor, because unfortunately he did pass away. A good few years ago. That was very, very sad. He was fantastic. But yeah, Quinn is one of those characters that I wish had been in the TV show, because I absolutely adore Quinn as a character, and I would have loved to see him on the screen. I don't know who they would have got to play him. I can't even speculate, because I don't have an imagination. Like, as I'm reading the book, I'm imagining Suki, Eric and Bill, for example, and Sam as the people who play them in the TV show. Tara, I am imagining the person that plays her in the TV show, which is mismatching in my brain, because in this she's white. So my brain has to, like, it'll be fine, and then something will be said about her skin, and I'll be like, oh yeah, forgot about that. But it doesn't really matter. Like, as in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't particularly matter. If they went more into a story like they did in the TV show, and there's a whole different kettle of fish when it comes to socioeconomic treatment of black people in the South, etc., etc. Absolutely, in the show they go more into that side of things. She's not like that in the books. She's not the same character. Again, they've taken the name, and they've taken the fact that she's friends with Suki, and they've run with it, and that's it. They've taken it and made a whole different character, which, like I said, like Vampire Diaries did this. As far as I'm aware, Secret Circle did this. Both L.J. Smith ones. I've not seen Secret Circle, but I've seen a lot of people say it's very not the same as the books. True Blood obviously did this. What other? Twilight, I don't think is very... it's better than most for, like, following the story, but yeah, a lot of the time they take the characters' names and the general premise, and they just run with it, and they don't bother to actually link it back to the books, and that's fine. Like, they're two different mediums. They don't always like matchy with how you want to do things. I'm not complaining about that aspect of it. The TV show has its own merits. I just wish we had Quinn. Although, and say that they also, I think, replace Peter with Russell in the TV show, I think, to condense the cast. So Russell is the king of Tennessee, I want to say. Peter is the king of Arkansas, and, like, previous to this book, not something that we're involved in, just as, like, kind of offhand, this has happened, by the way. Sophie and Leclerc is married to the king of Arkansas, but in True Blood TV series, I'm sure she gets married to I've forgotten his name now. I just said it. Anyway, that's not the point. I also don't think the Berts are in. I feel like the Berts are not in. I'm going to have to Google that. But I feel like the Berts are not in. They probably have Andre, but I don't think they have Berts. I love the Berts. There's Seabert and Waybert. Seabert and Waybert. I've been calling him Wybert for ages, but the pronunciation in this is Waybert, W-A-Y, Bert, and Seabert. I love the Berts. They remind me so much of, there's a set of twins. So the Berts are vampires, but they are Saxons, like not Anglo-Saxons, Saxons, original Saxons. They are like 6 foot something. One of them doesn't have any teeth. Warrior, identical twins. Whose dad was a warlord. Like, that's where we're coming from with that. Although they have, as I'm reading it, it says they've got chestnut coloured hair. In my head they had black hair, because there's also a set of twins in my Lindsay Sands vampire series who are not Berts, who are Dante and Tommaso, who are Italian, and they are like big, huge walls of men who wear full leather, like leather boots, leather trousers, like biker trousers, leather biker jackets. Like, they look like badass bikers, but they've got like long, I think one of them's got long hair, one of them's got short hair, but I think at one point both of them have like long dark hair and you cannot tell them apart. I love Dante and Tommaso. I love Dante and Tommaso so much. I love Hosea so much. I think I need to do it. Do I need to do another reread? We'll focus on the rereads we're doing just now, and then we can switch it up a little bit. But yeah, all in saying that, I need to get my books back from Vicky if I'm going to reread it. So yeah, but this, I am not that far off of finishing it. This is only 320 something pages, I want to say, 24, and I'm on 248. So what, 75-ish pages, give or take a couple of pages. So I think I will continue on with that. It's not even that late. It's like 11 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm just in bed reading because I can. Because it's comfier. Because, well, now I've had to cozy myself. Like, we are the kind of people that we get far too warm when we're asleep. Especially if Hamish is on the bed, because he is a little radiator. He's so warm and it's so nice. See, if I've got like a sore joint or a sore like muscle or something, he comes and lies right beside or right on the sore bit, which is like, it's like he can tell. I swear he can tell. And he lies right on it, and the heat and the pressure from his tiny little body is so, it's so nice. It's so nice. It really helps with the pain. He did it earlier. I had a really sore leg and he came and lay on my leg. But he's a radiator. So if he's in the bed, and Kay's in the bed, and Kay's the radiator, and I'm having hot flashes because, well, I've had on and off infections, medication and stuff like that cause like my temperature to be just funny, and the fact that I can't regulate my own temperature. So if my body's cold, then eventually my brain will kick in and be like, oh my god, no, we need to warm up. And I'll like turn the dial up to 11. And then I'll just get like roasting hot. And it's just like, that's not the way to deal with that. That's not the way to deal with that. But in the meantime, I am Baltic. Like, I am unbelievable. I'm like corpse cold. Like being in the fridge cold. So I usually sleep, like we sleep with the window open and the fan on. The point to this whole ridiculous thing. But I've been sitting reading, and because I've been sitting reading, I'm not under the covers. Like I am under the covers, but I'm not like I've got a vest top on because I sleep in a vest top, because for some reason having like my chest and my shoulders covered overheats me. So I like swap out my jammies. That's not like, I don't actually sleep in my jammies. You all think I sleep, like, you probably all think that I wear my jammies like 24/7. But I don't sleep in my jammies, so I have like a vest top on. So it keeps my shoulders and my chest uncovered. And I was just getting so cold from the fan. So I've put my hoodie on that I got at Christmas with my little Hamishes on it from Kay's mum, to keep me, it's all like fuzzy and it's honestly my favourite thing. So this is keeping me cosy while I read. And then once I finish this, I think I'll be able to finish this. I've been reading it pretty fast. Oh, I've just lost my bookmark. It's fine. Watch out. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish this book hopefully, so I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Hello, it is Sunday and I have read the entirety of True Complete. Did I tell you I finished Definitely Dead? I finished Definitely Dead and I'm very mad. I think I had this rant about Quinn not being in the TV series. But yeah, I finished it. Got it finished last night. Today I have read the entirety of True Complete. I enjoyed this. It was fine. It was fine. Was it? I think I just have issues. Don't smack me in the face. I was going to say, I think I just have issues with novellas, but I really liked the other novellas. This one just didn't hit for me. Like, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't give me the feelings that I wanted. But I still really like. Again, I've said this about other novellas before. If this was a full-length book, I would have liked it so much more. Like, I would read this as a full-length novel. Like, give me a snowed in, trapped in the, like, cabin, lodge thing. Like, to extend the timeline. Like, they go to a skiing lodge, but, like, say they end up trapped in the skiing lodge and they can't get out and, you know, they're stuck force proximity, etc., etc. Give me, more of that. Like, something like that to extend it into a full book, and I would have... It would have been better, frankly. I think me and novellas just don't get on as well. Unless it's like an established world and there's, like, full novels. I don't know. But I'm now trying to decide what to read next, and I can't really decide. Part of me wants to read The Woman, but that's upstairs. I don't think I want to read Catch Her If You Can, but I've just not long read In Her Own League, so I'd like to leave a little bit of distance between baseball romances, which never thought I'd be seeing baseball romances, but, you know, it turns out quite like baseball. Like, the idea of, to be fair, one of my favourite things to play in school was rounders. Love rounders. Like, there's just something so cathartic about hitting a ball with a bat as hard as you can. But I really, really liked In Her Own League, and I kind of don't want to read Catch If You Can just because it's a bit too close. I don't know if I want to do another reread because I've already reread 2 books. So I might pick up something else, but I'm not entirely sure what. I feel like I might want something a little less light-hearted. So like maybe The Book of Blood and Roses. It's like a sort of a series, Vampire Hunter, Vampire Academy type thing. I don't know. The Woman was really what I was wanting to pick up. I think what I'll do, I'll pick up The Book of Blood and Roses tonight and see how I feel. I might not pick up anything tonight because it's Sunday and I don't know. We'll see. This was basically a really crap update. I'm sorry. Hello. Please excuse my appearance. I'm just letting Hamish out before I go to bed. And I think there's an eyelash in my eye. It's really bugging me. I've just went and washed my face. So it's a bit... And put on like loads of moisturiser, so it's quite shiny, but it's sinking in. Anybody else, like, if I touch here, I feel it in here, like in my mouth. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, I'm just letting him shake for a pee before I head upstairs and go to bed. And of course, he's just standing there. Anyway, I just wanted to come in and close the vlog. I'm not ready anymore. I watched Grey's Anatomy. I watched one too many episodes of Grey's Anatomy. I need to turn my bolognese off as well. I just remembered. Okay, so bolognese. I knocked the olive oil over. Bolognese is off. Hamish is peeing. What is this? Okay. I just need to... Now we just need to take the bolognese out and put it on the side, and then we can go. If Hamish will come back inside, which I doubt he will. He's just messing around. He's not actually doing anything. He's just standing. Hamish. Yeah. Anyway.
thanks so much for watching. If you want to let me know what you were here but you don't want to leave a comment, if you leave a dog emoji for Hamish being Hamish right now. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.